G'day guys, Ninja and Darcy here. Another one in our little series of the end of MMT 2022. Our culmination of the year ended up in a big celebration of all we are at MMT. So lots of bodywork, but yeah, we had a challenge. So a physical challenge, our exercise component of what we do. We set it 8 months before to have a lift and achieve some pretty high goals, and then all have a sprint together. So I want to have a chat to you about your year, your process that you went through to get yourself right for the last week.
Yep.
And yeah, all the ins and outs of last week as well. So cool. I'm going to give Darcy a bit of a treatment through his shoulder blades. But it's mostly going to be you getting to know Darcy, how he went about his work for the year, and then let's see how it goes.
Beautiful.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, I'm keen.
All right, so I'll just work on your shoulder blades. So Darcy, so you run your own lift club in Richmond on a Monday night.
Yep.
So that at the same time that Aaron and I run ours out here in Ferntree Gully. So had some unknown about how each other was going. So there was a bit of banter and that throughout the year about between me and you and Jace, because Jace runs his one in Richmond on a Tuesday night as well. So we were kind of talking about what numbers we were doing, and so there's a bit of banter getting around. But how did your lift clubs go during the year, man? What would you get up to? How'd you go about it?
Yeah, so I sort of tried to keep it pretty close to what we did in the fundamentals and the advanced course. That sort of gave me a really good insight on how to get good improvements, how to get stronger, how to program classes, taper classes off, how to have weeks where we didn't have to be going too intense and more recover weeks. So yeah, I guess doing the lifts and being consecutively doing them in your ritual every single Monday and sticking to that gave me the confidence in knowing that I was going to get to the end of the challenge in December with the team, knowing that I was going to be able to lift double my body weight, 1.5 times my squat, do the 20 pull-ups, do the 50 push-ups, just with consistent training and enjoying lifting with a couple of the other MMT members in Jack and in Scotty. They were coming down and lifting with me even on the weeks where it was middle of winter and cold and wet and raining. I don't think I missed a lift club all year, so it was probably my most dedicated year of lift club I've had, because I think Ninja, we always find it sometimes hard at about 4 or 5 p.m. on a Monday. That's when the excuses or how can I get out of lifting, or I'm tired or whatever. But the feeling of just getting it done, being disciplined and doing it, and walking out of lift club at 8:30, knowing that I've got that in the bank on a Monday, that I've done my lifts, I've done my squats, I've done a circuit, I've done my isometrics or whatever sort of movements I've got involved in that class. And yeah, I think for the whole year I probably only missed 2, and that was when I had a little holiday over in Thailand. So
yep, you were consistent and
look, I've been in that stage earlier on in my career where I haven't been as consistent, and I've skipped out on it and let, I don't know, whatever excuse that could have been, feeding my neighbour's cats, dogs, birds, come into play to get out of it in previous years.
Yeah, priorities have been different, haven't they? Your values are different, So
that was.
Yeah, and so we gave people every opportunity to succeed, didn't we, by offering the lift clubs that people can come to freely.
Yeah.
But not everyone took up that offer. So, and I think it's a really good way of getting it done, because it makes you accountable, because there's other people, that you're letting down. You're not just letting yourself down when you don't train, when you're a part of a group. You just got to turn up, and when you run it, you don't have a choice, do you, man? You got Jack to run it, I think, for a couple of weeks for you, but but when you're the person in charge, you're there, you do your programming, you got to get yourself right, because you're on show as well. You got to know how to demonstrate everything, and know the little nuances of the lifting as well. So it kind of really makes you know what cueing to give for people that are kind of aren't as in sync with certain parts of the movement, and or then all those little things like that. It comes from actually experiencing it. So that's what the real value of taking a group is. You got to be all over it, and make sure you get it done.
Yeah.
So
I think a cool thing about getting to them all and the difference between previous years where I might have not been as disciplined or consistent was building a community that I knew they relied on me, that I was going to be there every week.
Yep.
Because if I'm not reliable, then it's easier for them to not become reliable as well. Yep. And that's when you have your no-shows or people that come every couple of weeks and, every second week or whatever, and it just interrupts their progress. So the way that I made it interesting was probably in September, October, when I finished my footy season. I said to my group, where I had a core of about 5, including Jack and Scott, that I wanted them to try and challenge themselves and be able to do what all of us staff members at MMT were challenged to do, and meet that criteria of from the pull-ups to the push-ups to the deads to the squats. So that gave them something to work for as well, and it created consistency in their training, and got to see some cool results with my own little crew, my own little community of lift clubbers as well.
Yeah. And so once footy stopped as well, you were able to join in with our Friday night sprints out here in Ferntree Gully. So you bulked up our numbers. So we kind of went through the winter, plugged on through, but actually the weather didn't really improve too much, did it? I think we're in December now, halfway through December, and it's still like winter a lot of days here, isn't it? The grounds have been really wet and boggy, but just getting out there and getting it done as a group. Sometimes it's wet, sometimes it's muddy, but we still got it done, so it's all in the bank. And so if we can go into next week now, remember back to Monday last week when we did our testing? Yep. Had a sea of purple in our gym here at Ferntree Gully.
Yeah, it was awesome, wasn't it?
Yeah. Shut up, Aaron!
Bloody interrupting our video, that bastard. Can't keep his mouth shut.
Yeah, how was it for you last week?
Yeah, it was cool, man.
You're making too much noise.
Yeah, Fat just told me too.
Oh, you're getting into some good stuff in there. Yeah, so Monday was one of the best classes or environments I've been in when it comes to lifting heavy weights and training as a group. Playing footy my whole career, I've got to witness training in a group and challenging each other running or skill-wise or, running 3K time trials or something like that. But actually lifting a 1-rep max with a community of sea of purple people that are a team here at MMT was like no other. The energy, the support, everyone had this sense of maybe anxiety or nervousness, knowing that tonight was the night that they were challenged to
perform.
Yeah. Thanks, man. So, and even if it was, some of us already were able to lift double our body weight, or they could already do 50 push-ups, but it wasn't about just meeting the criteria. It was also about just challenging yourself as much as you could to get the most out of yourself.
Yeah.
In at least all the lifts or one of them. And I think it was awesome. Like, I think every single staff member at MMT did a PB as a minimum in one of the 4 components. Yeah,
or achieved a really high standard at least.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was all about. Be a really high standard of fitness.
Yeah.
And strength.
Yeah.
And mental strength as well, mental focus.
Yep.
Yeah.
What was cool about our Friday night was, we were dressed up and we were walking around Richmond in our, really appealing dress up, so people were attracted to us. But what was cool about it was there was the amount of people that asked us what we did or what gym we worked at. Are you part of F45? Do you guys own a gym? Because I guess the the energy or the visuals that people would have got from us was that we looked fit, we looked strong.
Yeah.
And you know, we probably are. We want to be renowned for being one of the stronger or the fitter myotherapy, massage therapy clinics in the world. So, yeah, it was cool. It's some sort of sense of achievement that when people sort of ask you, what do you do for work? And you go, oh, what do you think? And they go, oh, do you guys run a gym or do some sort of athletic performance stuff? And you're like, oh, well, we do, but we're actually more a myotherapy or massage therapy clinic. We do this deep tissue work. That's what we're mostly renowned for. But yeah, the underlying stuff, all the extra things we do, the sprinting, the lifting, it's part of our curriculum. It's part of our culture. It's who we are. It's our identity. Well, we're trying to make it our identity anyway. Sorry for drifting off there, Ninj. But
No, it's good.
yeah.
And talk about the lifting on the night. What
Yeah.
was it like? You know, the atmosphere and the potluck as well. What was that like for you?
Yeah, so I think I touched on the atmosphere. The atmosphere and the energy was like no other.
Yeah.
You know, footy clubs, I've been around doing it for years, but this was different. It was a sense of family. It was a sense of everybody wanted everyone to lift more, do an extra rep, push to go harder.
Yeah.
Really, you know, there wasn't any jealousy or I don't know, people.
It was just genuine, wasn't
yeah,
it?
it was
Genuine
authentic.
love for each other and wanting us to do well.
Yeah. There was none of the politics that come along with getting selected for a team. You're not getting selected or anything. You're still going to be in the team, but that's why we wanted people. It was just pure intentions of getting the most out of one another, and the potluck just topped it off.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a ceremony. We got to eat together.
Yeah.
We got to enjoy whole, healthy food. Mostly, I think it was all veggie, was it?
Yeah, it was vegetarian, vegan, mostly vegan.
Mostly vegan, mostly uncooked.
Yeah.
There was raw chocolates to curries to spring rolls, or you know, there was
rice paper rolls,
and fruit and
raw
salad,
cakes.
raw cakes. It was everybody put in an effort, and it made it all worth it. For 8 months or 9 months since we set the challenge, to come together and to do it with each other, and then to top it off with a coconut water and a plate full of food was it just cemented the year of what an amazing year it was.
Yep. Yeah, sweet. And then the sprints on Friday.
Yep.
So you did a big chunk of sprints, probably the most you'd ever done. When we did the advance, it was crazy, even for me that has been doing it for a long time, like the volume that we got up to, and just being pushed by everybody with a speed, you know, like Liombe and young Zaki Kako, like just had some really fast guys. Even Harry and Maddie were in it quite a bit, and so we're all pushed, weren't we? And then you kind of had a little break, and then you had that real chunk of last few months of this year join in with us. So how did you find it on the day, man?
So having the last, what was it? Do you reckon I would have done 8 to 10 sessions? I don't know.
Something
Maybe
like
8 to 10 sessions before. I needed it because although I'd done the conditioning earlier in the year, I hadn't done much barefoot sprinting between the winter time when I was training with footy, because it was just too much load. So doing those 8 to 10 sessions before our final session gave me the conditioning, gave me the confidence that when we got to the sprint club, I was actually just going to enjoy it. It was going to be somewhat. I'm always one of the most competitive, so I was always going to bring my competitive nature, but I wasn't nervous about it. It was more or less, I knew the energy of the day was going to be enjoy I think we got 20 degrees and sunshine. We were at Gosh's Paddock, which is a phenomenal deck. It's a really, really good ground that we got to run on. So it was more or less enjoyment than anything. The judds and the 150s, you always get a little bit of nerves or anxiety around pushing yourself, exerting yourself at full exertion. But no, it was more enjoyment and getting to do it with the whole team. I hadn't done that. I don't think I've ever done that with every single staff member there, from all lengths of fitness and speed and biomechanics. You know, everybody's got a different running style, so it was great to bring along my own little touch of competitiveness and yap and chat and get into people and push everyone. But yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. Cool setting, wasn't it?
How'd you go?
Yeah, I loved it, man. Like, the whole week was just a celebration for me. That's what it was all about. Just been going for a long time now. Lift Club's 21 years, I was saying on the night. So it was like it's 21st. Yeah. So I've been, ever since I kind of fixed my own back, like in 2001, I've been doing lifts every week, you know, like 48, 50 weeks a year over 21 years. So I've been lifting and taking people through it, because I knew just how much it helped me out with my life, with my confidence, with my strength, with my function, all that kind of stuff. The purity and the simplicity of it as well. It's sort of like, it's nothing fancy. It's just doing the work, doing the hard work, and it was great. And with my own lifting 170 on the Monday night, it was awesome. That was pretty epic for me. I was because I hadn't really been in that territory for a good while. I hadn't lifted 170 since the fitness course in like January or February would have been when we did that. So that was really cool. But the biggest thing for me was I attempted a 140 kilo squat. So I hadn't done that for over 20 years. Like about 20 years ago, I lifted 150 for one rep. And I think that was in 2001, and I never really went back there. Yeah. I'd sort of chalked that one up, and I was happy. Yeah. And so I kind of, that was big for me to kind of get that 130 squat, which was massive. I haven't done that for years as well. But then I got under the bar for 140. I was kind of just swept up with the other guys. There was 4 of us or 5 of us that tried 140. And I don't think any of us got it. No. So, including Aaron. It's Aaron Jerrick, who only weighs 57. So him trying to do a 140 kilo squat was just ridiculous. Maddie tried it as well. Yeah. Did you try it, Darcy?
Nah. I failed at the 130.
130, yeah. So that was where we were kind of trying to get at, earlier in the year, wasn't it? That 130 mark. And I think I got 120. Yep. So getting 130 at nearly 50 was pretty big for me. And but the sprinting, man, that was really kind of nice for me too. Like I just because the sprint club started 2011, so properly I was sprinting a long time before that as well. But when I did my knee in June 2011, I kind of had this burning desire to sprint again. It was my darkest hours. I was stuffed, in all sorts of pain, couldn't do anything, and I refused to get surgery. So it was a full rupture, ACL, right knee, and I just knew that I could heal it up, I could get it back to full function. So I set about doing it barefoot, doing sprints. I was going to do jumps and landing drills and agility drills all in bare feet, but I got other people along for the ride type of thing. So that's where it all started. So like in 2012, early 2012, I had like 20, 25 people out on Citizens Park, which is right near the Richmond Clinic. At lunchtime, we're doing sprints. So it's just always kept alive. It's sort of, even if there's only one other person with me, I always have got at least one person, it ran. It always went ahead. So I suppose I've been the mainstay. No one's done more sprint clubs than me because it's my thing. So, but it's been running ever since. And it's just have I think we had 16 lanes set up, just took up half the ground, everything to get 16 lanes in, and just everyone there in their purple singlet. That was really nice, and it was just nice just to celebrate the year like that, and just like I ran without any inhibitions. I just fucking just ran as fast as I possibly could. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
It was a faster deck as well, so we're probably moving quicker than we normally move. But yeah, got through it. Didn't even think about bloody pulling my hamstring or anything like that. I just ran.
Yep.
And I think that was really cool. And just to see all the efforts was really nice.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then I suppose we got our chance to dress up our 80s theme, 80s fitness theme. And yeah, the character that was born from Ninja's cousin, Barry.
Barry from the bush.
Barry from the bush, he was there. Ninja went home, soft as usual. You know, doesn't drink and that, but Barry doesn't drink either, but he likes to party.
He gets on the dance floor.
Yeah, he got on the dance floor with Darcy a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. That topped it off, man.
Yeah.
The Friday night, the going out and bar hopping and enjoying lunch to begin with at the Union House. The energy of everyone that was there was just like unbeatable. Everybody got through the sprints, no injuries. So there was some people that were probably a bit sore and tired after it because they probably didn't do enough.
Didn't do enough work.
They didn't do enough.
Bit them in the butt.
Bit them in the butt. I think they've still got some soreness from it.
Yeah, I think so. A week and a half later.
Yeah. There's no other expression in life that replicates sprinting. Hey,
Yeah,
Ninja? I know
you
that's
can't.
what you say. So
Yeah.
you can't fake it. Doesn't matter what training you do. The only way to get better at barefoot sprinting is doing barefoot sprinting, and it can take 8 to 10 weeks until you wake up on Saturday without having some sort of tightness or awareness of something around you. But once you get there, it's the best feeling you can get, knowing you can get through a sprint training, and knowing that it's really healthy for your joints and healthy for your body, and it's going to improve your way of life. And that's a really sore spot there, Ninja. Yeah, just improve your overall
well-being. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
Oh.
And you had a good year this year, Darcy, on the working for us. You got runner-up in the Practitioner of the Year award. You shared it with Jace. So.
Yeah, it was cool, man. Like, I was pretty. I every year I want an award, you know. So I know that throughout the year I've got to show the guys that I'm worthy of it, or you know, I'm going to do the extras, or just be busy and be consistent with my treatments and do the extras where I can. Make sure I'm present and in videos. And yeah, this year was probably I've won a Practitioner of the Year once before, but I still think this year was my best. And I don't want every year to be better and better, and I don't want next year to be any less. You know, I don't want to drop off with any area now that I've set the bar of. It's for myself really. It's not for anyone else. But knowing that I can get to every lift club and do sprints and hit my 30 a week and still add in all the extra things that we do here at MMT, the early mornings, the team meetings, the running of the developments, the whatever we're doing, I can be there and I can get there, and that's what makes it special.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to fire a couple of quick questions at you, man.
Go for it.
Where's your favourite part on the body to treat?
Okay, I like to treat hip flexors.
Hip flexors?
Yeah, adductors, hip flexors.
Hip flexors?
Yeah.
Hip flexors. Okay, if you're going to run a seminar, a workshop anywhere in the world, where would you go? What destination? Where would you like to be and do it?
Yeah, cool. Give me 1 minute. A few places just popped up. I'm thinking like California, USA would be cool, but then I'm thinking like maybe somewhere in Europe. But I think the US, any state, just because we're more recognised there. I think Europe we aren't as recognised just yet.
Yeah.
We'd like to be.
Yeah.
I'd love to go over to Greece or Spain and do it. That would be cool too. But yeah, maybe California.
Yeah. Okay. What's your favourite thing about working at MMT?
Ooh. Yeah, it's got to be the mateship and just hanging out. That we work hard and we see lots of clients, and I love my clients, and I love the reward I get when I fix people, and the satisfaction I get from you know, people trusting me and the relationships I build with my clients, that's second to none. I love it. I'm passionate about what I do, but I think hanging out as a group with you, with yourself, Ninj, and Az and Jace, that's sort of stuff that will can't be taken away and can't be replaced or replicated.
Yeah, it's priceless, isn't it? Lifelong, hopefully, isn't it too?
Yeah, we've got a pretty cool like mateship, and it's grown and gotten stronger as we've got to know each other more and more, and it's
connection, isn't it?
Yeah, it's connection. One of our key words, one of our themes this year, and or was it? Maybe it wasn't. It's just part of MMT.
Yeah, cool. And one more, 30 seconds or less. How would you describe MMT?
A tight-knit community of people where there's no judgment. It's safe. It's a big family. We get around each other. We support each other. We do the best work in the world at the same time. We're fixing people day in, day out, and together we're the best.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Darcy. So we'll wrap it up. But hopefully from that you get to know Darcy a bit more, different aspect of him, the physical training side, what your mindset's like and what you go through each year, and how you found the celebration we had last week.
Yeah, it was awesome.
How you went, and so that's what it's all about, this little series. So we get to know all the team on a different level. So that's really good.
Thanks for watching, guys, and supporting us, and hopefully you enjoyed Ninja's spiel and getting to know me a little bit.
So let's have thanks for 2022, and hopefully we have a big 2023. We deliver a lot of good content to you, inspire you even further, and so subscribe, like, share, join our Patreon if you feel inclined. We really appreciate that support. And best wishes to you.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Enjoy. See you in 2023.
Done.